What's going on, guys? So much like the Assassin's Creed reveal trailer, I have never really played much of the Watchdog games. I played the first one and everybody had such high expectations for it, it kind of dwindled off. I don't know how many there have been. I assume this is either the second or the third one, but I'm hearing a lot of good things about it, so I'm going to go ahead and watch the trailers, see what I think of it, and see if they can sell me on it. Let's go.
The illegal paintings spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London are not the work of several people as was originally
Based in my hometown.
the work of an individual.
See how well they represent that.
To have links with the terrorist group
Some people caught me. Holy shit. It's intense, bro.
Authorities recommend not to approach the individual.
First, they came for the foreigners, and I did not speak out because I was not a foreigner.
Michael Caine doing the voiceover.
Then
That was
they came
kind of
for the
weird CGI there.
And I did not speak out because I was not a protester.
That's near the Jubilee line.
Then they came for the journalists, and I did not speak out.
It's really weird, like a lot of
I was
it's
not a journalist.
real life, but there's so much CGI and green screen, and it's done well, but not.
Artists.
I don't know, man.
I
It
did not speak out.
really weird, like that frame rate. They're going for that kind of really distorted vibe. This was so weird. I mean, they're doing the city justice. Is it weird this trailer's making me feel high? Yeah, if that was England, you would not be able to jump on a bus like that. I'm not saying because it would be physically impossible. The bus driver would stop until you paid for that shit.
And I realised that eventually they'd come for me, and there would be no one left to speak for me.
Yo, this is trippy as fuck.
Right! Oh! Nice! Where are we off to, sir? Okay, sorry, miss. Jesus! Alright, so we're in a total mess now, so let's get
There's a lot of female lead characters in video games these days. I'd like it. A lot of diversity.
And there's nothing more debilitating than that. This way, not to be able to do what you're passionate about.
After a long
The architecture is spot on. Animation's trippy as fuck. Alright, now into like full CGI stuff.
Well,
Is this gameplay?
welcome to the Resistance. There's a welcome gift for our new members.
But the disappearance of the criminal
You could have told me it was a bloody costume party.
Try it on.
The new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no
He
criminal
gonna be
record,
in
but is currently believed to
trouble.
be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach him. The authorities advise all residents.
Yeah, that's trippy as fuck. I mean, it's a cinematic trailer, so I don't feel like it properly represents the game itself, but like, it feels weird, man. I'll give it, like, I've never seen a trailer like that before. The really weird mix of CGI, green screen, real life. You had the fully animated scenes, and then you had the weird mix-ups. So, I mean, ultimately, it's different. It's eye-catching, for sure. And as a cinematic trailer, I suppose it does its job. But I'm going to go ahead and watch the actual gameplay trailer because I need to see what the actual thing is like.
I London town.
That's my baby.
A modern metropolis. Built on history and prosperity. Only took 12,000 years to build it.
Let me, this has got to be set in the future, right? Because there's so much. So, none of these buildings in real life actually have like the LED, whatever the hell are. These are the little Tron lines. These little things don't exist. OXO, that's OXO in real life actually. Yo, I've been to so many places. I've been to the top of the Shard, which is up here. That's that building. That's kind of mad. The Gherkin doesn't, again, so it's going for a very futuristic vibe with the Tron lights and everything else.
London town.
They do not have these neon lights on the buses. These are pretty much spot on though. That's cool. I'm just kind of giving an insight from somebody who lives in this place. What does it say? Ajbi
A modern metropolis.
Yo, this is pretty much spot on, to be fair. Like, this isn't overdoing it. That holographic thing doesn't exist, obviously. Duh. Then got to avoid the licensing issues over here. Starbucks coffee. So yeah, it's definitely futuristic. I mean, you can tell like all the cars and everything else is probably like 2040, 2050. That building doesn't exist.
Built on history and
that's Camden, isn't it? I feel like that's Camden. Camden Town's got all these beautiful sort of monuments and art decorations, and it's such a beautiful, vibrant place. Look up some videos and whatever on Google or YouTube, but that's super interesting. They've got a lot of this really, really well done. It's not quite as trampy with the bags, but
built on history and prosperity.
Little UAV drone there.
Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
It's really interesting seeing your hometown built like this.
Oh my god.
Architecture-wise, they've done a great job.
Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
MI5.
With London under attack by a mysterious terrorist, the government turns to a private military company called Albion to keep everyone safe. What could possibly go wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Cass, CEO of Albion.
You're gonna fuck shit up.
To establish order.
Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize this.
He will stop at nothing to
That's
permanently control the city.
London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken a liking to this fair city.
Yeah.
Meet Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful crime syndicate in London.
Be sure and spread the word.
I feel like this is a lot more comedic than the first one. I remember the first trailer for the original Watch Dogs being super serious. This feels like a Saints Row version of GTA, you know what I mean?
My merchandise, don't I?
You made me a slave.
You do not want to ruffle her feathers.
Shit, she badass.
With the city out on its arse, it now falls on you to build a resistance and take back London.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out.
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking the streets can be recruited into your team.
Okay.
Like him. Her. Or even her.
You see the girl using fucking
become your next
spray paint?
secret weapon.
That's pepper spray.
In our first mission, we need to get some dirt on Nigel
that's cool.
Cass, and that means
Is that whole
breaking into
area
Albion
explorable?
headquarters inside the Tower of London.
If it is, that's
All the
fucking
hardy
massive.
souls you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London. They all have unique abilities, and you're free to tackle this mission with whoever you like.
Nice.
Dear God, my eyes.
Badly.
Zip up, get to work, and let's never talk about this again.
Like everyone in DedSec, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever. But as a construction worker, he has a particular set of tools that make him handy.
My boy.
He can even call his own cargo
I'm
drone.
really jealous of his beard. Yo, that's sick.
Perfect for gate crashing when you're not invited.
That is really cool.
But who needs a
I
regular
think
old
he
gun
probably
when
would have
you
been called
a
out by the
bloody nail
security
gun?
though. This looks fun, man. It feels a lot like Just Cause.
Jesus Christ, what is that thing?
Perhaps we could approach this mission differently. If you'd rather keep your distance, we've got you covered.
I'm gonna whip out a sniper
Amy
now, right?
is a drone expert.
Oh, okay.
What have we here?
A real tech connoisseur.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
What an adorable creepy crawler.
No, that's cool.
Here we are. Let's class the place up.
A drone expert does have the unique ability to summon their own drone. This little darling is fast and stealthy.
She aims, she fires, she hits.
I'm reading incoming drones.
You know it's gonna take 1 bullet for that thing to come down, though, right?
She can also hack enemy drones, turning the tide in her favor.
That
And
doesn't
if you're
look like
not in a
hacking.
direct confrontation, there are more ways than one to get the job done.
Okay. Oh,
Recruiting
shit.
an Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging, but it'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
That is a really cool
Don't mind
mechanic.
me. Just doing recon for a bunch of insurgents.
However, do anything suspicious and she'll probably wind up with a bullet in the back of her head.
You've been approved for entry.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the defense minister on
So
the
this is
line
part of a
right
story.
now.
If you feel you must.
You know, for somebody who's in charge of
Criminals
security,
running our streets, illegals threatening our families.
Could be
The
doing a
police
better job.
commissioner himself, assassinated by terrorists.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence. Next up, we're crashing Mary Kelly's organ farming operation and putting a stop to it.
That's good. The buyers expect
I've seen that porno.
quality stuff.
And we need a hard nut for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Bags, don't disturb me in my natural habitat.
Say hello to Mickey.
Oh man, the British
lives
vibes that
for
I'm
his
getting from
team
this.
Putting up a
Really
rail on
well
the
done.
chest.
and doesn't mind getting his hands dirty.
He's like a football hooligan or something. You know he supports fucking Liverpool or some shit.
He does have a slight drinking problem, though.
I wouldn't have guessed.
And he's passed out. We'll come back to him. You know what? Let's go with someone a bit more professional.
Discount Keanu Reeves.
It's almost crass to call him a hitman.
Who is this dude? It's John Wick. His first video game appearance.
Some might even call him an artist.
Even the gameplay feels really Just Cause, man. It looked, like I say, that's good. I really enjoyed Just Cause because of how fun it was. It didn't take itself too seriously.
Here's the bastard responsible. Done and dusted.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Not everyone in London is a legendary assassin or a super spy, but everyone can be a hero. So get out there, find the best recruits,
Okay.
and build your resistance.
You know they're going to have some James Bond references in here, right? We already got the Aston Martin.
It's time to take back London.
Nice. I mean, it looks quite, yeah. It looks cool. In terms of gameplay, I feel like it's super simplistic. Just go around, kill a bunch of dudes. Maybe a slight story, but it's going to be something relatively linear. Yeah, it looks like a bit of fun. That's as far as I go with that. So, am I going to be picking this one up? I don't know. I'll probably like watch some Let's Plays of it. I don't know whether this is going to be worth like 50, 60 quid though. So, I know, we'll see as more trailers and whatever come out. I'm interested in learning more about the story. That's kind of like the selling point for me. But it's really cool to be able to see like my hometown in this kind of fashion. Have a look at the beginning again, like that's mad how accurate they got that. Like, I mean, this little bridge here, that doesn't exist. But all of these buildings, the placement, the structure, the height, it's great. This Oxo Tower, I feel like it's a little bit taller. That is so crazy. The weather's never like that, by the way. We never have sunlight in UK. Alright, so yeah, ultimately it looks interesting, but I don't know whether I'm kind of sold on this one yet. I'm leaning more towards, like, out of all the games I've seen from the Ubisoft Forward, this is my last sort of reaction. Far Cry 6, definitely going to be getting that one, obviously. Massive fan of the whole series. Watch Dogs Legion, like, I was hoping, it looks better than any of the previous games, videos from the games that I've seen before, but I don't know whether I'm actually going to be getting this. It looks a little bit too, I don't know, I don't want to say childish, cartoonish, because maybe that's the kind of vibe that they're going for, but yeah. And then obviously we've got the Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which looks nothing like an Assassin's Creed game. It's weird, Ubisoft seems to be doing a lot of weird moves lately, and I don't know whether that's a marketing preference, but you know, ultimately it looks cool. It looks relatively interesting. So I'll check more videos out as they're released. But for now, I'm going to call it. Thank you for watching all the videos, and I'll catch you soon. Peace.